Hi, this is Jack Malboeuf, and this is my Far Cry level. So the main idea behind this level was to have the player start lower and go higher rather than doing the opposite. I noticed in the main game, Far Cry 4, there were a lot of opportunities to start from a higher location, like at the top of a mountain, and overlook an outpost from above. So I kind of wanted to do the opposite of that. There are a few locations in the main game where that happens, and I think it ended up working really well for stealth, because you could sort of approach an area from below and sort of look over small hills and small barriers, allow you to sort of get a surprise rather than getting this bird's eye view from above. You could sort of see the enemies as they're walking around on the ground because you're on the same level as them or a little bit lower. So take this first area has 3 different locations that you can go through. You can come to the right here, which I did, and get this alarm right away, or you can go through the main entrance. There are some dudes walking around right at the entrance, so it's a little bit harder. Broken wall that you can't see over there behind this building, and then you can go through the building and kind of get the enemies as they come by. These enemies out here. So these guys are kind of walking around over here, so they won't notice that I took out this guy closer to me. They will not notice me. That guy will go for the alarm, but since I took it out because I took the different path there, won't matter. You can take this guy out as he comes over here, and then get the last enemy over here. There are a lot of opportunities to sort of get these stealth kills, even if they sort of know you're around, because there are all these corners of buildings that you can run around before they can see you. So the player doesn't start off with any guns. It's only a bow and a crossbow. So if the player wants guns, they can pick them up from these first few enemies here, the enemies throughout the rest of the level. There are health packs and other kind of pickups throughout the rest of these buildings. Here. This area is beyond this road here. It's a bit of a long road, so I gave the player a vehicle to make the drive a little bit shorter. This little hill here just for... We'll come up to the next area here. There'll be a barricade that'll stop the player from on here. It can be kind of tough to get the player to get out of the vehicle sometimes, even if there's no mounted gun or anything like that, because they just want to stay in there. And so I the player to do that by just physically blocking them. There's no way they can get past with the vehicle. So if the player's looking around, they might notice this little hidden tunnel here, this kind of cave lit up by this light. They can pick up the sniper and a bunch of ammo for it. So the sniper isn't very stealthy, but allows the player to have kind of a better, sort of a different, approach to combat here. So the player can go over here, or they can head over here. There's a side path up here, which is great for sniping, since you just sniper. It's actually an overhead perch, like I mentioned earlier. This is one of the few that you can find, and it includes a zip line and the overhead view. So you can take the zip line down if you don't mind being detected, if you just want to guns blazing, or you can sort of take this main path over here if you want to be a little bit stealthy. Switch back to the bow here. I'm gonna come up here, and this guy will hang out here. It's a good opportunity to just sort of down. He's standing to the side, so he might see you if you approach him from the wrong direction, but you should be good if you approach him from the left there. So the rest of the enemies are pretty spread out because it's kind of a large area, so I actually do have the opportunity to sort of run around and even sprint without worrying about being detected until an enemy. I sneak through this area, and there should be an enemy right here. Wait for me so I have to take him down. And then the rest of the enemies are sort of scattered along here. So this guy's walking away from the alarm there, and he was about to see me, so I'm going to take him out. I'm going to take this guy out too. And now that most of the enemies are dead here, I should just be able to sprint over to the alarm, just so that none of the dudes... No. The last enemy is over here. Come up here. Still try to be stealthy so that he doesn't alert anyone. Him. And there we go. Get some more ammo. Now we have 2 ways to approach the next area. We can either go up this path. There's no vehicle, so it will take a while to run up, or we can use these grappling hooks over here. Alright. Now that we've climbed over here, we're at the final area. Another barricade. It's much larger this time to protect this big fortress. And we'll try to get in here without seen. This enemy might see us, so we want to kind of approach this more quietly. Much like the first area, this area has 3 main entrances you can go. You can go in the very central entrance here, or you can come around the side here. You can go to the very back. The back has another large opening, much like the front, or you can use this ladder here. It'll take you right over here and drop you down at a pretty good vantage point. So you can kind of overlook things here. Jump down. You can go into this building or that building. And this guy out. This guy's pretty heavily armored, so it'll take a while to take out. And oops. Disable this alarm. And now that I've sort of notified everyone, I can take out my weapon and just sort of take them out without having to worry about stealth. So I wanted to give the player a good opportunity to do that, should they choose. So if they wanted to go for the alarms right away, they can just do that and use their guns. So yeah, that's my Far Cry level. Thank you for watching.